Gotta say much. Tell them love me, show me. And when we ain't talking, your thoughts keep telling you you're feeling me too. So why you keep it bottled up? Open, let me show you what I can do. To prove if the pressure too hard, and baby I can turn it loose. It's good times, tell me baby what you waiting on. Yo, I said they don't wanna be alone, I want you. You want me to. Oh. Can I love? Can I love? I bet ya. Oh.
The whole point of the reason why I came back, I want y'all to hear this. Can y'all hear me? Has the issue been fixed with the sign?
You wanna show me what's inside? I can see it all in your eyes. Good times, tell me baby what you waiting on.
I'm back. Can y'all hear me? How's the sign?
If you never try.
Sounds good. Sounds good. What's up, around, buddy? What's up? Turn it off. Y'all can't hear the music at all. That's crazy, man. You're supposed to be able to hear the music. That's weird. What about now? Yeah. Mike, you sure you can't hear me now? You cut that out. God dang, man. I know when the bass down, we can hear you. When it gets up, you can't hear you overall. Without how about now? Can you hear me now? Okay, so the mic ain't. Hey, this thing, yeah, I bought this thing a little while ago. Now, can you hear me fine now? Is you can't hear me with the music and this? Is that what you're saying? Can you hear me fine now? There's no music playing. Yes, you can hear me way better. Okay, cool. Yes, loud and clear now. So the mic is throwing it off. What happens if I do this? Does anything change? Has anything changed? Just hit a button. Does anything change? Or it's still the same to y'all? You can hear me? I can hear you good. But when I turn the bass on, the bass is overpowering the mic. It's better. What did you do in the past? I think the mic was over the setup. I got louder? I got louder. It's going in now. Just turn on the music. We can hear you when the music is off. You can hear me. So you can still hear. And somebody said it got louder and hit this button. Now, if I do this, I just want to know, can you hear the music and the bass? That's all I want to know. Can you hear the music and the bass? If I know you can't hear me at the same time. If I hit the music, just tell me, TC, tell me how the music sounds now. You comment, TC. I'm looking for you. Okay, so what it is, this mic here, I pay $100 this mic. It can't handle dynamics either. This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous, man. So I like to play regular music, man. There's noise canceling active on when the music is on. Cutting in and out. Yeah. What's this? what that is. Oh, how do I do that? All right, cool. Yeah, it's that mic. So you can't hear the music. But then the whole time I was doing that last time, I didn't know what I was doing, huh? What this clown doing up here making all this noise? We can't hear nothing. Oh man. Sometimes, man, you try to keep this thing organic. You can't do a whole lot. All right, so here we go. Let me answer y'all questions. If you got any questions about that, let me know. So me and my wife can get back to listening to it. Because it sounds phenomenal. Still working on it. What it is, it's 2 solo X's, and the design is simply this. I'm about to delete this other video. We're gonna do that while I forget it. The design, the mindset is simply this. I'll tell you the thoughts behind it. When I listened to that Q class and closed it, the little small box, when I told y'all when they sold out and everybody was like, where we can get them from, I said, man, go to Hi-Fi Sound Connection and get that box that had the passive radiator and the Q class in it. Well, that's the Q class passive radiator. That's what this is right here. Okay, that's not a full size valve. That's Solo X. Now, the idea and the thought to me, and I'm gonna tell you straight, the Lord gave me this idea. I was sitting in the shop and I'm listening to the Solo X's, my ported box. They're 2 on load now. And I got a little time. What can I get out? What can I want to do? I need to build something for the channel. And all of a sudden, because I wasn't looking at none of this stuff, it just hit me. I said, build using passive radiators and put them in the Draco alignment. Put one on each side of those. And I don't like seal sound and passive sound. Why would I do that, Lord? What are you talking about? Why would I do that? I mean, I don't like seal sound. And then I just started to do it. I don't know. I was thinking about it. I said, damn, we a small, compact size. And I like how that thing sound. So what if we put 2 of them in there? I said, if we put 2 of them in there, what would we use it at? And it got to be something to get. I like how the Q class sound, but then we do with the Solo X's instead of new things out. And the Q class is no longer available. There's no sense in showing it with the Q class because the Q class, the new ones ain't came back out. So that's why I said I'm gonna do it the Solo. What the Lord told me to do straight up. So I did it, put it in there, thinking that I knew the passive radiator wasn't designed for the Solo X. I knew that. And I knew it was gonna have some problems. Well, I thought it was gonna have problems in lows. That's not what it had problems at. I had to turn my low pass filter, bring my low pass filter down. It's when it starts to go like 60 and above that it will over excurd. Woofer will be fine. Passive radiator can't take it. So I put magnets on the back of it, took some Velcro, and I'll show y'all that. I took some Velcro, put it on the back of the base of the cone and the spider. And I put some Velcro there and I took some washers. So I'm gonna pull my DATs and actually see where I'm tuning that now. And I took some washers. They're like, I don't know, 5 grams a piece. I took some washers and I put some Velcro in here. The Velcro on the brown. I can add these. So I got 2 on there now. And when I did the sweep, in fact, I'm gonna show y'all something. I hope you really got to hear this. Y'all can see this. I'm not gonna talk. I'm gonna put a frequency sweep, and we're gonna go from 20. We're gonna go from 20 to 60 hertz. I know y'all can hear me. When I hit the button, y'all not gonna be able to hear nothing. I understand that. All I want you to do is just watch the passive radiator when we get to around 30 hertz. Just watch the passive radiator. You ain't gotta worry about the speaker. Just watch the passive radiator as it plays, okay? Oh, y'all can't see that. That camera have. There we go. I know y'all ain't hearing. Now, I don't know if the camera actually picked that up, but when I do the other video, y'all see it actually gets around between 30 and 33, somewhere along there. I'm tuned. It doesn't move. So that's why I'm tuned at. So this brother asked a question. You say right here. Can passive radiators play as deep as low as a ported box with the same tuning and air volume? Yes, they can. As far as attaining the frequency, yes. As far as output, might not. It ain't gonna be as much as a ported box. What you doing with a passive radiator? From what I gather, I'm not versed up. The same air mass load that you would have inside the port, the volume of air in the port. And I tell you that's denser than the surrounding air, and that's why when you put things in front of it, it goes back and forth. That's what's resonating. That is moving in time, and it's a thickness comparable to the QMS and the mass of the driver. That air, it's moving back and forth and activating more molecules. You don't want chuffing because that means it's not a seamless transition. You're getting, your impedance is riding to the air. You want it to be a low impedance so it just more like a dynamo effect and move more air at the same time without chuffing, without having a high velocity. Passive radiator is doing that, mimicking, but the group delay is a lot higher because it actually, and maybe because of the mechanical reasons, is probably why the group delays are higher. Now, in some genres of music, the group delay being that high is not a problem. In particular, hip hop and R&B. At one time, hip hop and R&B was denoted as muddy music, muddy bass. So I happen to like whatever they call the muddy bass. I'm sorry, whatever it is. It's a full sound. The bass is immersive. It seems that all these manufacturers, they just making these subwoofers, a lot of them, they tune their stuff at 31, 32, and they playing in that muddy region. Okay. They're saying that the accuracy as you go higher tends to be off. Not going to debate that. Maybe it's true. But the kind of music I like to listen to, I like, I want you to roll off where I can't hear it anyway. I'm just going to feel it. I don't want you to roll off where I can hear it. I mean, I don't want to have a hertz tuned to 40 hertz or 45 hertz, and then you rolling off exactly where I can still hear it. And you rolling off at 33, 32, I can still hear that. I want to hear that even more. Some people like the high. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Some people like myself will tune me around 33, 35. Why? Because when it rolls off, it's rolling off to what I can't hear anyway. I'm only going to feel it. So good. Roll off there. Makes perfect sense to me. So, yes, to answer your question, and it's a deep sound. And the reason why I want to do this is because there are some vehicles that I have to tell people I can't build them a box for. Straight up. You ain't going to get too much 4th gen Rams, Camaros. I'm trying to think of some vehicles offhand right now. Chrysler 300s. I can build a box. I mean, it's just Chrysler 300s don't count. Chargers. I think the only thing that's really they can be putting in the Chargers, 2 10s, 2 8s, 4 8s, Challengers. So I got to thinking about something that I can use that I can get behind. I said, this could fit in a lot of applications. Imagine this, ready-made, ready-packaged from Kicker. Huh? Ready-made. They would design a passive radiator for the Solo X, not that Q-class drop. So you have 4 of them cones sitting there, 2 of them be passive. And then imagine they do the same thing for the 10. Even the 12 you wanted to. Now, these would be some heavy enclosures. They would be very heavy. So it would have to be very solidly constructed. But they could go in very, very small spaces, particularly this boy here. This boy here, boat, Jeep Wranglers, Jeep Rubicons. In fact, you can make it up, you can mount it upside down. It's a lot of places where, due to the strength of the Solo X and its large X Max, utilize the passive radiator, you might not get the same output as a ported, but it would probably rival you in the depth and the deepness that it could go in a very, very small, compact form. So I'm gonna make a series of videos. Like I said on the last feed, y'all couldn't hear. Before I get to some of the comments, the B2 audio, and there's gonna be a stand-up video for this. The B2 audio Raise version 2, what y'all see on that table, is official. Not only is it official when it's going to happen, which means it's in the production. The green light was given today. Jay looked at that video and he said, man, he called me today, right-handed man. Asked me these questions here. How big of a cutout can I go? Don't go no bigger than 8 inches. How wide can it be out of diameter? 9 to 8. That's about as big as the DD is, about 9 inches. How wide can the motor structure be? The motor structure can't be no bigger than 7. Because you need to be able to get that, with the motor boot in there, be able to get that wire in there. And then he asked me the mountain depth. I said, do not go higher than 8 inches. If you go higher than 8 inches, you're going to have your novelty program. After all those things were said, he thanked me for the video, and I'm here to let you know it's going to have his own stand on video. The Rampage version 2 with of that girth, it might have an even wider motor. It is coming. It is coming. Just like Kicker took 2 years to bring us a Solo Edge to market, because of you, not me. I just had the idea. I need y'all to get behind it. Because of you, that thing has been green lighted. The reason why is at 2,700 subscribers, 2,700 views in 25 hours. 10% of that is 270. 270 is 3 pallets, because you can put 98, 96, between 92 and 96 pallet 8s on a pallet. So that's 3 pallets sold. For us, look at the numbers. So that's why I'll be trying to tell y'all, show these things. And if it's practical, it can make sense. I want Kicker to see the practicality of this right here. For those, and use MBE, that would take, yeah, it would. I mean, I build boxes, but I could. Some of y'all need something ready to go, man. Some of y'all really need something ready to go. So I'm just giving people ideas, man. I'm just giving people ideas. This is a great idea. This is a great idea. And if you don't want it made how I kick it, well, I can still make one for you. I can make one too. I'll be able, if they make the pallet radiator, then I'll be able to buy the parts. And you never know what else I might come up with. Because a lot of stuff I don't show y'all. I'm not gonna keep rehashing the same stuff. I'm showing you stuff that I wanted to show you this behind the scenes. This is a Ford Bronco cargo area. Still got room to let your top down. Yeah, Ford Bronco, Ford Mustang, even the new one. What did I say? Chevy Camaros, even the Z71, ZR1. All the only downside is it is quite heavy. It is 60, 60, 70. Then the wood I use, about 75 pounds straight up. About 75 pounds straight up. But hey, I wish we're gonna let y'all hear in other videos because this microphone won't do it, but it sounds incredible. Let me get to some of y'all questions now, man. I hope y'all ask me questions about this thing y'all see sitting right here, because that's what's up. All right. Oh, he answered that Crip. Oh, Kip in the feed. That's that Kip asking this question for y'all. Yeah, and see, that was the theory behind this. I don't know if y'all seen that. This thing is resonating at 32 hertz in this small box volume. This thing is 20 inches wide, 10.5 inches high, and 13 inches deep. Before I add the baffles, because the baffles are thick, and it's internally braced in between the two exits. There's another brace there with a cutout right there, because it's so it won't rattle. Like maybe y'all can hear this. You see? Y'all hear that? There's no hollow sound. It's not hollow at all. It's hollow, but I'm saying you don't hear no resonance. It's completely dead. And so I love how it sounds. And y'all know I'm a Porter guy. Man. I like how this thing sound though, for real. I can see myself, if I want to recline my seats and go on a trip down to Florida, which is my favorite place to vacation, I can take out my box, put this to the side and still put stuff behind, let my son sit back and recline his seat back, and I'll be happy with the output of this because I want to be basing out of town anyway. Somebody breaking and steal my stuff. I don't know where to go. I take that box out, put this in, still play low. Probably people here. I don't know how far I want. My goal was when I released this video, I was trying to get a 135. I'm not gonna be able to do that with this radiator here is on. The Kip like me and him, he laughed because he's already seen it. Yeah, that power rate ain't gonna be able to keep up. We shared some thoughts on that. I'm trying to get Kicking to make me a passive radiator for those two. That's what I want to do. So I can play with it myself. But what parameters should you look at with consider passive radiator? I want to put my ComQ-Con in one. There's no parameter to look at. A passive radiator is like what Kip said just above the last comment. When you're trying to get a low tuning and you have a very, very limited space. So I say you had to put a 8 in one cube seal. I say you want to get the tune to, and you got the dimensions 12 by 12 by 12, which is not that. It's 13.5 by 13.5 by 13.5. They had this place with the sub be like 13.5 by 13.5 by 14.75 or something like that. Counted displacement of the sub itself. Now, but let's say you want to put a port on it to drop the tune even lower. That same box won't be that same size when you put the port on it because you got to take the volume of the port volume, and the wall that you use to separate it from the enclosure. You got to take that out the enclosure. So the port down the box is going to be a little bit bigger, either longer to accommodate the port. But what if the goal is not just resounding output? You want more the nuances in the music being picked up, even though they would be slightly elevated because of the group delay, the nuances of the music. Then you use a passive radiator. That box there will be the same size as the seal box. Or you can use an optimum venting box. Whatever the optimum venting box is for that size, sub or whatever, ComQ, you can use a 3.25 Q box. But a 3.25 Q box with a port tune of 28 hertz is going to be bigger than a 3.25 Q box with just the port, just the sub and the radiator in it. Do you see the benefit? When you don't have the room to get the tuning you want, use a passive radiator, you're going to sacrifice some output. Yeah, it's not going to be it's going to be loud in the seal. It's going to be loud in the seal, but it ain't going to be as loud as a ported. It's not going to happen. But I don't have the room. That's when you use a passive radiator. And then you use weights. Now, Kicker sells with their round subs. They sell passive radiators. With the 10s and the 12, I think it's online on their tab. I want to make a passive radiator for this, particularly this size drive right here, because y'all know that's all I do is play with 8s, subwoofers. I want to make me a passive radiator for this right here, and possibly a 10. But I will say there's gonna be some heavy boxes, but I can already see the application of where they can use it. Boats, Jeeps, Broncos, that Chevy Camaro. That will kill Chevy Camaro. I think they already got a Kicker. But they ain't got the substage. This right here, a flawed shell. Only downside is with the ZR1 is it's going to be about 70 pounds. Because I'm pretty sure the Kicker do it, they're going to make sure it's pretty heavy. It's going to be some thick MDF, probably HDF, because the woofer itself can generate a lot of pressure. So it's got to be solidly constructed. Mine's solidly constructed. Let me show y'all that. Mine's solidly constructed for sure. Y'all see them seams, see them lines? I look like a little brick, don't it? Yeah, it's a little brick. You drop that thing on your head, it might kill you. It does have some weight to it. Put it right there. Wish y'all could hear. Y'all going to hear it. Wish we could hear it and talk at the same time, but the mic won't pick it up. Okay, so the TS parameters ain't what you look at. It's if you don't have the space to put the port on the box and make the box bigger, then you just pass the radiator. Particularly when you use one. Will that box equal a better seal box with full wave tech 12s? I don't know if it equal or better it. Oh, well, I don't know. We'd have to try it out to see. Yeah. The program will tell you what they're gonna do as far as the excursion. And if it was being helped, and you can try to guesstimate and put in the room volume if you want to. I know my truck volume is 216 cubic feet, not accounting for gross. That's what it is, gross. But I have a bench 2 captain chairs, a center console, and a dash now. But it's 216. It's 216 cubes. Not accounting for those items. So program, I can kind of guesstimate, not guesstimate, but get close to what it is my vehicle. Now, will it outperform? I don't like to do those type tests. I mean, this scenario is talking outside my neck. We ain't nobody gonna know till you do it. That's how I know what I know about these eights. When I tell you this 8 ain't gonna beat this 8, and this 8 can keep up that 8, this, that, another, I know. Why? Because I done tested it. We ain't talking imaginary. We ain't just talking to be talking. Not on this channel. So that would have to be, it would have to be done. Me personally, if we talking about output, I'm gonna go with the 4-way Tech 12s and output. When the musicality, matter of taste. I don't know. I'm liking how they sound, but I'll have to hear 4-way Tech 12. I heard 2. I'll have to hear 4 in a seal box. And that would be a 2-cube box. So I would say it could be less than that. Seal. It could be 1.5. I would say that'd be interesting design too. A 4-way Tech. I'm looking at that box to do the same thing with wave Tech speakers, but I would put one on top. I would put one on 4 sides of the box, and I would have the back and the floor for you to mount it somewhere. So it'll be just like that with me. It would be a 12 facing, 12 on top, on 12 on either end. The back wall and the floor would be where we mounted it. The box would have to be no bigger than 1.5 for real for 4 of them. Now, I wonder what it would sound like myself. $3,000 figure that out though. Did you know the British have a dish called faggots and peas? What does that got to do with sub audio? Watching you, man. What's up with this dude here, man? Earthquake M12. Oh, that's that passive radiator. Yeah, I know that he's a passive radiator. Okay, here we go. Any subwoofer that works in the port alignment can work with a PR. Typically, a PR design closes trades off efficiency for reduced box volume, but still great low extension. Efficiency means output, acoustical output, but smaller box and great low extension. Yeah, that's why it sounds good, man. It really, like, really when they go low, it is some nice, full, deep bass. Yeah, it's a nice, full, deep bass. Okay. He said, what's the name? Renegade or Ruckus? I don't know what I would call that. I don't even know now looking at it, thinking about it. Probably makes sense to kick it wait till the Q class come out and do that again. Instead of you with the solo. I don't know how a kick of mine really work over there. I don't really know. I just know there's a lot of vehicles that need something like this. They need the passive radiator design brought back so that they can get surprise output. I'm just thinking that output would be great with the using solo because of its greater X max. But the Q class going to come in with some improvements too. So, and then there's still one more. It's gonna make people mad. See, this is what he was talking about. Passive radiators have to move 2 or 3 times the swept air to place when the sub or subs being used. The passive radiator, just like port, is moving a lot where at tuning where the word is hardly moving at all. Oh, the PR, just like the port, is moving a lot where the woofer is hardly moving at all. So it's tuned up high. So that's what's going on. At 65 and I added weight. That's crazy. Like I thought the woofer, both of them, that's crazy. Let me see. That's look at this. Look at this. Okay, I'm gonna put this thing. I'm gonna put it at 65. Play. They both moving. They both moving at 65 hertz. Now, I don't know. He gonna he'll talk to me about it. I don't know. I see like it played low good, man. It played low good. I got a Stetson, 2 unstable. What's some good speaker? I got a Nissan versus good speakers. Any speaker with a box design for it. That's here, man. That's the answer here. Any speaker, scar included. Scar included. Any subwoofer is the best subwoofer in the box design for it. I'm not here to make you a sheep. I'm here to give you presenters. I want you to pick. That's like, man, that's like a anthem to me, and an anthem to me. I hate grown men asking me when you already know the answer. I had a dude call me today. I already can tell. I'm 52 years old, man. I'm just straight up. He talk. Man, I watch his videos. I'm a subscriber. I said, yeah. I'm just trying to find out, what you think is the best 8 to use my application. I said, what? He said, what do you think is the best 8 to use my application? I said, you just told me you subscribe, right? He said, yeah. So what are we talking about here? Hold on a second. What are we talking about here? Battery running low. Yeah, turn it back. I said, what are we talking about here? You already said you subscribe. What are we talking about here? No. So, long story short, I know I see. He said, I really want to run them kickers. I said, you run them kickers while we talking? What are you talking about? Why you ask me that? He chuckled. I said, so you just want to hear me? You already heard me say on the channel. Now you want to hear me say it. I'm like, come on, man. You for real? Come on, man. I don't listen. Oh, Lord. It's plugged up. What's going on? Oh, man.